we want to simplify each of the following. Now remember that x times 4 times x is x times 4 times x. All I've done is introduce the extra multiplication sign in this gap. Now the order doesn't matter, so bring the number to the front. And then think about x times x. Well, we know that 2 times 2 is 2 to the power of 2, or 2 squared. The same thing happens with the algebra here. It's just 4x squared. The next one's going to give us the same result. We can see that even more quickly. The 4x was at the beginning and the x was here, but the order of multiplication doesn't matter. And so we get 4x squared. So in actual fact, I could have gone straight from that to knowing that that was the same result, because it's just this written the other way around. Negative 3x times 4x. So we've got negative 3 times x times 4 times x. Bring the numbers to the front. Negative 3 times 4 times x times x. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. And then the x times x is x squared. A squared times a times a. Well, for now, let's just think about that a squared as being a times a. So that's that bit. And then I'm timesing by a and by a again. And you should recognize that that would be a to the power 4. 5f squared times 2f squared. So that's 5 times, let's write the f squared as f times f for now. But you'll see what happens here with this 2 and the 2, that we're going to end up with f to the 4 in the answer. And then we've got 2 times f times f. Bring the numbers to the front. And then we've got all of the f's after that. And 5 times 2 is 10. And then we have f to the power 4. So when we do f squared times f squared, that's f to the 4. And if you can remember that we just add up these indices, that's going to give you a shortcut. Now finally here, we've got different terms because we've got pluses and we've got minuses in here. Now the first term is 2 times x times x. The second term is 3 times y times 2 times y. Then I've got a takeaway z all on its own and a plus x squared all on its own. This first term is 2x squared. If we look at what happens with this, we can bring the 3 and the 2 together, and then we've got the y and the y. We've got takeaway z and we've got plus an x squared. So with that middle term, that's going to be 6y squared. Now we've got one more thing we can do because we have like terms. We've got 2x squared here plus an x squared there. And that means altogether there we have 3x squareds. So we have 3x squared plus 6y squared, take away z, and we can't put those together because you can't put them together by adding and subtracting. But we'd have no problem putting x times y together if we were multiplying